your grandfather and I made a plan. We would do it nice and slow to the rhythm of the church bell. In on ding and out on dong. And if that ice cream truck hadn't come along, this journalist in New York hears about this Jewish man in Israel that goes to the Wailing Wall every day, spends morning till evening there, so he goes to investigate. Sure enough, he sees this little old man walking up to the wall and praying. On his way back, he stops me. He says, "Tell me, sir, how long have you been doing this?" He said, "I've been doing this for 60 years. Well, what are you praying for?" "I'm praying that everybody should be nice to each other. There should be food on the table and shelter over your head." "Tell me exactly, just how does it make you feel that you've been doing this for 60 years? It makes me feel like I'm talking to a fucking wall." This man comes home and I'm going to be finished by 5 minutes in a second.
It's all right.
This man comes home and he looks in the bedroom and he sees his wife on the bed and her man is on top of her. He has his head right at her breast. He says, "What's going on?" And the man says, "Shh." Goes over there and he pushes him over. He says, he lays down on top of her. He says, "I don't hear anything." The other man says, "Sure, you're not plugged in." This priest is walking down the street and he sees this couple that he remembered he married two years ago. He walks up to them and says, "Do you have any little ones?" "Not yet." "I'll tell you, I'm going to Rome tomorrow. Is it okay if I light a fertility candle for you?" He said, "That would be wonderful." Well, 10 years later, he's walking down the street and he sees this woman with all of these children. He says, "Are all of these children yours?" She says, "Yes, I have 2 sets of twins and 6 singles." "Well, where's your husband?" "He back in Rome blowing out that fucking candle." This man decides to go down and sign up for Social Security. He's 65 years old. He decides now's the time. He goes down, fills out all the paperwork, and the clerk says, "Well, I need some identification." So he looks in his pocket and sees he doesn't have anything. He says, "Oh, I'll come back tomorrow." No, the agent says, "Just open up your shirt." Opens the shirt and she sees gray hair. She says, "Whoa, you're fine." Goes home and tells his wife all about it. What happened? And she said, "Next time, lower your pants and you can get disability." This man always wanted a pair of alligator boots, but they were very expensive. So he's reading the paper one day. He sees alligator boots on sale, half price. So he goes down and he buys a pair and he wears them home. Gets in there, he says to his wife, "Do you see anything different?" She says, "Well, you've got on the same shirt and pants today that you wore yesterday, and you probably wear it tomorrow." Well, he's very upset, so he goes in the bathroom, takes off all of his clothes and keeps the boots on. He comes back and he said, "Do you see anything different now?" She says, "Well, it's hanging today, it was hanging yesterday, and it's probably will hang tomorrow." "Do you know why it's hanging?" "Why?" "It's looking at the boots." She says, "Next time, buy a hat."
When I grow up, I want to be Betty Levy. That's my plan. Oh my goodness. All right.